The Duke is on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bill Abernathy speaking to you from the Blue Network studios in New York. Duke Ellington is on the air, and the Blue Network, in collaboration with the United States Treasury, with the cooperation of the American Federation of Musicians, with the James C. Petrillo president, presents the music of Duke Ellington and his orchestra. Well, our first number for this afternoon's concert, we're on the air for the following 58 minutes, is a number that Duke wrote some time ago for one of his concert tours. It's the Carnegie Blues. All right, Duke, you're on the air. And now here's another tune that is strictly Ellington, bearing that delightful Ellington, well, say tempo or melody, either one, whichever way you want to call it. It's called, in the parlance of musicians, a riff staccato, and it's called Otto. Ray Nance will explain it.
staccato. Sharp is the motto. Play a hot staccato. Otto, make a riff staccato. Not an obligato. No active vibrato. Don't drag us with your colleague. You're strictly on a nowhere kick. Otto, use that legato. We're not staccato. Make that riff staccato.
Ladies and gentlemen, during this past week, the greatest news in the history of this world has come to us here in America. We're all fully aware and thoroughly cognizant of the magnificent job that our sons, brothers, fathers, daughters, and mothers have done in the European theater of war. But in that connection, we still have another war bond drive coming up very shortly, and that is for the payment of the war against, for the successful prosecution against our remaining enemy, Japan. In that regard, I want to introduce for a moment Duke Ellington, who has a word or two to say to you about our forthcoming war bond drive. Duke?
Yes, the war in Europe is over. Germany has finally surrendered. There was tumult, there was shouting, there were heartfelt prayers of thankfulness. But now we must rededicate ourselves anew to the long, bloody war ahead in the Pacific. It will be long, and it will be bloody. For every inch of ground our men have gained, they've paid a fabulous price in suffering. We must pay with our fighting dollars. And no matter what the sacrifice, it cannot be as great as theirs. The 7th war loan quota is $7 billion from individuals alone. That means you must buy double what you bought before. The drive is almost 2 drives in one. There won't be another bond drive until late in the fall. So don't flinch at the amount your country asks you for. The bonds in thankfulness for what we've already achieved. And buy them to help towards total victory. We must raise the money. We must smash the Japs. We must back up our fighting men all out for the 7th war loan drive.
Well, thank you very much, Duke Ellington. And friends, just by sheer coincidence, this next tune is the answer to this war loan drive. It's called All at Once, so let's go. Now, Kay Davis offers a song. It's titled Yesterdays. Thank you, Kay Davis. Friends, this is the music of Duke Ellington and his famous orchestra, and it's coming to you from Radio City in New York. Now, that man who can practically spell the word romance with his trombone, Lawrence Brown, says, I miss your kiss. Thank you very much, Larry. Friends, Joya Sherrill is another of the featured and very popular vocalists with the Ellington crew, so here she is to accentuate the positive.
Got to accentuate the positive feeling. Minus the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. You've got to spread joy up to the maximum. Bring blue down to the minimum. Have faith or pandemonium's liable to walk upon the scene. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the well, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Man said you better accentuate the positive feeling. Find it the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Accentuate the positive, minus the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. To illustrate my last remark, Jonah in the well, Noah in the ark. What did they do just when everything looked so dark? Better accentuate the positive feeling. Minus the negative, latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between.
Friends, let us not forget that this program is being presented in collaboration with the United States Treasury on behalf of the forthcoming 7th War Loan Drive. And for a word or two more with you about that particular drive, here again is our good friend Duke Ellington. Duke?
Friends, if you think you just can't afford to buy bigger, extra war bonds in the 7th War Loan Drive, read over again some of those letters you've had from boys in the Pacific. Last week, I got a letter from an 18-year-old youngster in the Navy. He was in the bombardment of the Borodino Islands. He supported air strikes against the Philippines, Formosa, the Ryukyus Islands, French Indochina, China coast, the volcano on Bonin Islands, Tokyo, Mindoro, Iwo Jima. Well, the list goes on and on. Yet this boy winds up by saying, I am well, and there's nothing to be worried about. Think of it, friends. The almost unbelievable courage and heroism of that boy and thousands of others just like him. Yes, think of it. And then buy those extra war bonds in the 7th War Loan Drive. The quota for individuals alone is $7 billion. A lot of money? Yes. But we've got to raise it to smash the Japs, make an end of killing, and get our boys back home. So all out for the mighty 7th War Loan. All out with all you've got.
Thank you, Duke, and that we certainly will do. Well, Lawrence Brown, that solo of yours was so pretty a while ago, I think an encore is just about due right now, so I can think of nothing better than Blue Cellophane. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Saturday afternoon date with the Duke. Duke Ellington and his famous orchestra, and this music comes to you this afternoon from Radio City in New York. This is the Blue Network of the American Broadcasting Company. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Saturday afternoon date with the Duke. Duke Ellington and his famous orchestra, and this afternoon it comes to you from Radio City in New York. And now, here we're going to offer another of our customary groups of 4 famous tunes featured and often played by the Duke. First, we're going to hear Prelude to a Kiss, which features Harry Carney and his baritone sax and Ray Nance and his violin. Prelude to a Kiss. And number 2 in this group of 4 of Ellington's feature numbers is Caravan, featuring Jimmy Hamilton with his clarinet. Well, you know, friends, of the hundreds and hundreds of tunes with which the Duke has been associated, and many of which he's written in these past several years, you can never think of Duke Ellington without thinking of just one tune, and that's Sophisticated Lady. Bart Hibbler, and I ain't got nothing
the change of a nickel. Ain't got no bounce in my shoe. Ain't got no fancy to tickle. I ain't got nothing but the blues. Ain't got no coffee that's first. Ain't got no winnings to lose. Ain't got a dream that is working. I ain't got nothing but the blues. When trumpets flare up, I keep my hair up. I just can't make it come down. Believe me, Pappy, I can't get happy since my ever-loving baby left town. Ain't got no rest in my slumber. Ain't got no feelings to bruise. Ain't got no telephone number. I ain't got nothing but the blues. I ain't got nothing but the blues.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, this program is presented in cooperation with the United States Treasury and this present 7th War Loan Drive. Here is Duke Ellington once again to say a few words to you in behalf of this 7th War Loan. Duke?
Friends, this war isn't getting any cheaper. For instance, we've got to build thousands and thousands of new type planes. And building a whole new Air Force is expensive, but we can't afford not to. That's one reason why your quota in the 7th War Loan is the biggest yet. There are plenty of others. We need for carrying for a list of casualty that is mounting to the million mark. The need for moving millions of soldiers from west to east. The need for building many more ships for the naval war against Japan. Yes, that's why the quota for individuals alone is $7 billion in this drive. We've got to raise it to crush Japan. We've got to raise it for total victory. So all out for the 7th War Loan Drive.
I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never winked back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark. That's a coral on fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light.
And now, friends, for this next tune, here once again is Ray Nance and Johnny Hodges. It's called In a Mellow Tone. Well, folks, if there's anybody around that can do more with a trumpet than Rex Stewart, why, I'm sure that the Duke would be interested. But anyway, just to display his wares, here's a swell tune to suit his abilities here, and it's called Harlem Airshaft. And there's still another featured vocalist with the Ellington Orchestra. Her name is Marie. She's going to sing I Don't Mind.
I don't mind, I'll take a chance. Perhaps I'll find some sweet romance. So stand a bit closer, 'cause I don't mind. I don't mind the ache and pain, though love is blind and so insane. So give me your hand, dear, 'cause I don't mind. I thought perhaps I could cheat love, maybe break a few hearts and then run. But now I know I can't beat love. I'll take the good with the bad, the sweet with the sad. I don't mind the ice and snow, the tears of bride that make love go. So kiss me again, dear, 'cause I don't mind. The tears of bride that make love go. So kiss me again, dear, 'cause I don't mind.
Well, folks, it's getting along towards closing time. We still have more music for you, but just before we do go on to our last number, I'm going to ask Duke Ellington to step over to the microphone to say one more word on behalf of the United States Treasury. Duke?
Thanks. Remember, friends, it's not as tough to buy bigger extra war bonds as it is to crouch in a foxhole surrounded by Japanese. It's not as tough to buy an extra bond as it is to battle for Okinawa. It's not as tough to lend your money as it is to give an arm or a leg or a pair of eyes. So let's dig our quota in the 7th War Loan Drive, our quota of $7 billion. It's more. It's much more than ever before. It will mean a real sacrifice for plenty of people. But it's a sacrifice we must be proud to make as our part in backing up our boys. So let's make it all out for the mighty 7th War Loan Drive.
And now, friends, for these remaining few moments, Duke, if you're ready at the piano, and tell in rhythm that great story of that American gasoline. and gentlemen, that just about completes our date with Duke Ellington for this Saturday afternoon. Presented by the Blue Network in collaboration with the United States Treasury with the cooperation of the American Federation of Musicians, Mr. James C. Petrillo, President. This is Bill Abernethy saying so long, and this is the Blue Network of the American Broadcasting Company.